Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. Experts report that from Blackpool to Dungeness, some of the nation's most iconic coastlines could vanish in just 30 years, according to the latest data compiled by the non-profit Climate Central. This sounds really bad. Humans have messed the climate up again. Let's take a look at what's happened to the beach at Dungeness over the past 80 years. This animation flashes back and forth between images of the beach in 1940 and images of the beach this year. It turns out that the beach has expanded about 750 feet over the last 80 years. That seems strange. The non-profit Climate Central said the beaches were going to disappear in 30 more years. It's almost like the experts don't know what they're talking about. Let's take a look now at another place along England's south coast. This is Pevensey Castle, which was built by the Romans and later used by the Normans. When it was used as a castle, the ocean came all the way up to here and acted as a moat. But now the castle is 1.5 kilometers away from the beach. This is the current coastline, but when the Romans built the castle, there was lots of water extending up into the bay. It's almost like sea level has gone down over the past couple thousand years. Those Roman chariots must have been emitting a lot of carbon dioxide. If we take a look at the longer term, over the last 20,000 years, sea level has risen about 400 feet. Our leading climate science geniuses say that this 400 feet of sea level rise was natural, but the last couple of inches are man-made. If only we could be as smart as they are. Throughout geologic history, sea level has made very large fluctuations, yet we always seem to have beaches on Earth. This is because when sea level goes up, the beaches move inland, and when sea level goes down, the beaches move the other way. But we always have beaches. The beaches adjust to whatever the current position of the water is. In 1950, the U.S. Army wrote this report showing how the beach at La Jolla, California changes between summer and winter. Every winter the sand goes away, and every summer the sand comes back. Beach sand is very dynamic, and the concept of beaches disappearing is patently absurd. But it appears that the La Jolla newspaper isn't paying attention to what goes on at their beach every single year. They think the beaches are going to disappear within a century. This animation transitions from what La Jolla looked like 150 years ago in 1871 to what it looks like now. The high tide mark is exactly the same as it was 150 years ago. There appears to be just about no limit to the ignorance of journalists and climate scientists. But the important thing is that they imagine themselves to be very intelligent. If you went up to the top of Mount Everest and looked at the rocks, you would find skeletal fragments of sea creatures like trilobites. The world is very adaptable and dynamic, unlike academics who are trapped in their own world of groupthink. And the press is more than happy to go along with their idiocy. The people who generated the fake report about Britain's beaches, Climate Central, say they're a non-profit, but I got this email from them today. They tell me that if I send them money, they can save the planet. I'd love to send them money, but unfortunately I'm going to be using it to pay my skyrocketing energy bills caused by their junk science. Toto understands that we have to maintain a sense of humor to survive in the current clown world. You can visit Toto, Kyrie, and Caesar on the web at RealClimateScience.com.